Okay, it should be live now on the Top Fives channel. Or any second it should be, I think. Oh, wait a sec. Okay, perfect. There we go. All right, and I'll be right back. Just gonna check the audio. Okay, perfect. There we go. All right, and I'll be right back. Just gonna check the audio. Okay. Yes. Yeah, for those of you in the chat, thanks for joining us. Just bear with us for a sec. We're just sorting out the technicals here. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, let's see. Yes. Yeah, so like on my stream, I think they can hear my voice. I'm not sure if they can hear your voice. Right. Okay. All right. It's tricky. It's tricky to sort this out. Oh my. It's yeah, but we'll sort it out. It's difficult though. All right.
I streamed at a new monitor. I streamed 4K. I don't think I should be streaming this high resolution.
Yes. Okay, because I know how to have the audio, but I'm just trying to figure out how to remove the echo. That's the tricky thing. But
first time I've streamed back at a new monitor, I streamed 4K. Does Google Meet have echo cancellation? I don't think I should be streaming this. And like their audio options or settings.
I'm gonna check.
No, like Discord has something like that.
All right, I'll check it out here.
Hey Red, what's going on? You can hear Josh. Okay, on my stream I can hear you, of course.
Okay.
Does Google Meet have echo cancellation? Like their audio options or settings. I know, like Discord has something like that. Alright, I'll check it out. Hey Red, what's going on? You can hear Josh. Okay, on my stream I can hear you, of course.
Let's see here. Okay, we may just have a little bit of an echo, but whatever.
I don't hear anything on my end as far as echo.
You're good on your side? Okay.
I'm good on my side. Occasionally I'll hear if you unmute it, I'll hear your you using headphones or desktop speakers?
I'm using just headphones.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. All right, well, I think it's working all right.
It seems to be okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if they can hear me on yours. They'll see the video on my side. Occasionally I'll hear, but they'll hear the audio probably a little bit delayed. I'll hear your using
Okay.
headphones or desktop speakers. I'm using just headphones. Okay, yeah. All right. Well, I think it's working all right. That seems to be okay.
Yeah, I mean, on my
I'm not
stream,
sure if they can hear me on
I can
yours.
hear my
They'll see
voice,
the
but
video,
your voice is
but
quite
they'll hear
low
the audio
volume.
probably a little bit
I
delayed.
think I just have to change the output. One sec.
My voice is low, you said?
That's right. Yeah, on my stream, your voice volume is low. Um, no, just compared to my voice, just in general. Um, yeah, if you could just make it a little louder, that'd be great. Thanks. Um, okay. Okay, I just switched some.
Right.
I just
Let me know if
switched.
that's a little louder.
Yeah, I think that's good. Thanks.
Okay, that was 3 dB, so okay.
Okay, cool. All right, I think I have it all figured out now. And when I repost this stream on the channel, I can just cut out the first part as we were getting things set up. It's fine. That's a nice motorcycle you have there.
That was one of the skins from
Uh,
the monetization of this game, one of the loot boxes.
oh, really? Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I
So,
got
so, so,
super lucky. I got it. I got it for like, I think I already had, it was like my Steam balance. I think I had a few
ah,
bucks in my Steam balance. So I'm like, yeah, I'll buy some chests.
nice, nice, nice. So is this like a huge open world type game? So it's like a huge map
Yeah,
type thing?
yeah, it's in seasons. Like this tiny little. So this is season one. This open area here. All the fog areas will
Yeah.
open up as we get deeper into the seasons and stuff. And
Ah, I
this is
see.
what are we in season two? And technically, every week they unlock a section. It's like I think they call it phases. Phase one is these two areas. Phase
Oh,
two is the next area. So it gives you
I see. That's
time
really
to
cool.
it gives you
Yeah.
time to prepare for the next thing.
That's
Like
awesome.
I'm pretty much done. I'm done. I'm gonna wait until the next phase, which is I think 2 days from now or something.
I see. That's really cool. So you got all the guns and everything you need. You got the motorcycle with
No, that's the weird part. The guns in this game does things differently with the weapons.
ah
It's you get blueprints and you can rank up the blueprints to make them better, make the guns better and whatnot. But they don't technically good weapons don't drop. You have to craft them, and that's the sort of function of the game. That's the end game. Is
okay.
farming the blueprints, farming the
Okay.
blueprints, and farming the little like when you go into the weapon, these
Yeah.
little what they call mods. That's what you got to farm.
Okay. Oh, that makes
So
sense. That's cool.
yeah, it's a grind. The grind of this
Yeah.
game is the blueprints.
And
So
it's all PvE, so there's no other players in this mode.
you can do no, you can do PvP. Like there are certain events that'll pop up on the map that you can tell. Like right now is a fishing event, which I don't really want to do. But
Okay.
there's like a PvP event that you can do, and there are PvP specific servers.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
This is a
Gotcha.
PvE specific server, so
Gotcha.
yeah,
That's cool.
I'm not a huge PvPer, just because I'm
Yeah.
getting all the PvP out of my system.
Yeah, I don't like with some of these games the PvP options where you just run into someone that's like way higher level. It's kind of fun just to be PvE sometimes, I feel. What are the like
Yeah.
what are the PvE elements in this game? Is it just like other soldiers around that you
Uh,
have to get?
yes, and actually, I'm headed to go do one of the. I'm actually headed. I gotta find. Trying to find it. Oh, here it is. The silo.
Ah, okay.
They're dungeons basically, and you can do them solo, or you if your gear is good enough and all that, or you can take in a group like a clan of 4 people, or you can use the group finder to fill out.
Oh, okay, I see. Oh, that makes sense. Very cool. How long have you played this game for?
It's been at least a month or two, I think,
Ah,
since
okay.
it came out only a few months ago. Or no, wait a minute, maybe 2 months ago, I guess maybe.
Gotcha. What's your level in this game? You like pretty high level?
Uh, no, because in the seasons you are kind of capped. You can level, so max level's 50. I
Yeah.
think I'm 35, and I won't be 50 for a while. Like it'll be
Ah,
probably
okay, I
a
see.
week or so before I'm close to being 50.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
But the world is pretty enjoyable. Like all the stuff, the rocks and trees are harvestable. It's got those survival elements in this game, which is pretty fun.
Yeah, that's cool. So you have like, do you have like different skills? So like, wood cutting, like that type of thing, or like
Not
crafting?
that you level. Nope, not that you level.
Uh,
Crafting, yes, but not like harvesting.
oh, okay, I see.
And
I
actually,
gotcha.
the game is very different from a lot of standard harvesting games. So this is like a, what is this, iron? If I mine this,
Yeah,
um, it will respawn probably within, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe. It's very quick, so you can put your base down and
yeah.
not have to worry about you know stuff going to traveling too far to get your resources, which is
Ah,
really
okay.
kind of cool.
That makes it easier. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I
That's
mean it's
cool.
a little weird since you've got nodes that are just constantly respawning, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I like that. In any game where you can harvest stuff, I'm always the miner. I always like doing mining.
the mining.
So
Yeah,
that's what I'd be doing in this game.
I'm always the lumberjack. I'm
Oh
always
yeah.
doing it. I love the lumberjack stuff.
There you go. That's awesome. Yeah, maybe I'll check this game out sometime. Looks pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of like PUBG and like Fortnite a little bit. And I
Yeah,
guess
if you do it on
just
the
in the
PvP,
map.
I think it's just like that.
Yeah, I see. Very cool. It's good graphics too. Looks like pretty good graphics.
Looks good, although I'm killing my machine by just streaming and having multiple
Right,
multiple things
yeah.
open.
Right,
And
yeah.
I normally play on 4K, and it's downgrading that I think to 1440. So
Yeah,
it's
right.
chugging along. The frame rate is usually pretty good on my end,
Yeah, yeah.
but with
Look,
all this stuff going on, it's like you need a dedicated streaming PC these days.
right. Yeah, yeah. Looks good though.
But there's a lot of collectibles and stuff, and you get these guys in these
Yeah.
cases are called deviants, and that's kind of another mini game. It's almost like, what was that? Pokemon Go. No, not Pokemon Pal World. It was almost kind of like that, where you stumble across these little creatures in the
Yeah.
world, and they'll do benefits for you, help you
Yeah.
with mining, and
Right. I gotcha. Is this your base here that you
yeah.
have?
This is my base.
Nice
Yeah,
base. Looks solid.
and the best part is your base between seasons. You got to rebuild. But
Yeah.
if I found a really cool place, like a really nice place to set the base,
Yeah.
I can move it with two clicks, like just two buttons, and it will just place the base wherever I want it. Like you don't have to
Ah,
worry
okay.
about you know recrafting your entire base. The whole thing
Ah,
comes
yeah.
over.
I like that.
Yeah,
It makes it a
yeah.
lot easier for sure.
That's a quality of life that I think nobody else has really done.
Yeah, they should make that the standard in these games. Cool. I'm just checking out my stream here. So, those of you in the chat, thanks for joining us. We're just doing a live stream, community stream today. We're joined here by Chris Kane. Thank you for joining us, Chris. Chris is the narrator of the Top Five show, and we figured we'd just have a fun community video game stream today. So, thanks to everyone joining us.
Everybody.
We're playing a game at the moment called Once Human. It's like a survival type game. It's really cool. Looks fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over and do one of the dungeons. See if I can. Should be able to clear it solo. I think. I hope.
Ah, nice. Yeah. So in these dungeons, do you have like a boss that you have to try to kill?
Yeah, usually there's well, I guess the dungeons or silos, I guess they call them. There's usually two bosses, like the main boss, and then there's
Yeah.
usually like a hidden one that you have to find. And you don't have to do them. You can just go right to the end, to do the main boss. But there's also full on boss fights, like Monster Fighter style
Yeah.
or Monster Hunter style, where it's you just go specifically for that one giant boss, like a giant mound or a
Right.
giant arachnid or something.
Right. 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 That's cool. And if you kill the boss, what do you get for killing the boss? Do you get XP or?
You get a lot of XP, and you also get the chance for weapon mods and armor mods to modify your armor for different effects, and that's where the skills come in. It's actually a
Ah,
lot deeper than I thought. It took me like the whole first season. It
yeah.
took me the whole first season to figure out all the systems because
That's
there's
the
a
thing.
lot of
Yeah, that's the thing
yeah, a
about
lot of
these
stuff.
games. It just takes a long time to figure everything out. There's so much that you have to know.
Yeah,
But
and it's was just trial by fire. Really, just get in, screw everything up, and
yeah,
hopefully you come out.
you just have to try and learn by failure and keep learning. This is a cool biome that you're in at the moment. Looks like desert biome.
Yeah,
It's cool.
the map is pretty big, and last season it wasn't entirely unlocked.
Yeah.
They got snow mountains. I don't think you can see them. Yeah, way in the distance, but they didn't unlock those, so the map is really big, almost kind of
Wow.
dishearteningly big.
Yeah. Wow. It's a thing these days. Maps are just getting bigger and bigger, I feel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wait until Grand Theft Auto 6.
Oh
See
yeah.
how big that game's gonna
I
be.
can't wait for that game to come out. I'm a
Yeah,
huge Grand Theft Auto fan.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be good. I hope.
Yeah. I like the setting too. In Florida, that's the perfect
Yes,
setting
yeah.
for it. Yeah. When does it come out again? Is that it's in a couple years, right?
Well, was it Xbox? No, I think Xbox or not Xbox, PlayStation. I think first or exclusive, and it's
Yeah.
going to be on the consoles. I think before the PC.
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Is this the dungeon you're in?
Yes.
Ah, cool. Very cool. So is this like quite high difficulty, this dungeon? You mentioned that you
Well,
shoot.
I think I out leveled it because I'm really killing these guys quick.
Ah, okay.
Normally they're more difficult, but
Yeah.
yeah, I must have out leveled it.
Yeah, I guess when they open up those new zones, you'll be in they'll be higher level, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right now it's kind of it feels like farming mode, like getting all
Yeah.
your loot, all the resources and all that stuff.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. Makes sense. It's cool. What is the weapon that you're using right now? It's just a machine gun?
This is like a scar. It's based on the scar weapon.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's called the Socar, SOCR instead of scar.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
guess maybe it's a proprietary name thing that they couldn't use. But.
Yeah, yeah. Do they have like different weapon classes in this game? Or is it
Oh
just
yeah, there's tons,
so they have
tons.
like sniper and you know,
Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, I can't show you all of them, but there's small or submachine gun, large machine gun,
yeah.
sniper rifle, melee, shotgun,
Ah, I see.
assault rifle. Yes,
Cool,
quite a
cool.
few.
Yeah. That's what
And
I
they
would
all have different builds.
different
You can have
builds.
like an explosion build. I'm doing something called a shrapnel build, which
Ah, okay.
it's sort of like an AOE, not an AOE, but each bullet has a chance of doing little fractions of damage bonus.
Right. Ah, that's cool. Yeah, I'd definitely be the sniper. That's the class I usually play in battlefields as well. I'm usually the sniper guy. It's just kind of fun.
Snipers in this game are really strong when you're leveling. Like I had one when
Yeah.
I first started, and they're really like you take the time to aim for a headshot,
Yeah.
it decimates mobs.
Wow. That's cool. What's that guy
But it
that
feels good.
looks like you just killed like a mushroom guy there? It's funny.
Oh, the little yeah, those guys are annoying. Little spiders that explode on you. Oh, those
Ah,
are annoying
gotta be
because
careful of those
you
guys.
can't hear them and they just explode on you.
Oh yeah, it's funny. So how long does it typically take to get to the bosses, or like quite a lot that you have to work
Not
through?
long. It's actually maybe like if I speed through it and don't kill anybody, which I could do, probably
Yeah.
like 10 minutes,
Ah, I see.
if that.
Cool, cool.
But I want to kill these guys for that acid that they drop because apparently
It's
that
good.
seems to be how they're gatekeeping you.
Right. And you get XP. Do you get XP for killing the little guys too?
Yes, yeah.
It's good XP too. What is that like? Little, you have like a little computer thing on your back. What does
Oh,
that
that's
do?
right. That's those deviant things I was talking about before. The little Pokemon guys that you get to collect. You can stick one of them in there, like the ones
Yeah.
that are combat, and mine's a dog, and I'll pull them out for the boss, and they have different effects. And with the dog, it
Yeah.
boosts your damage by quite a bit, so it's kind
Ah,
of really
okay.
worth it. It's really worth it to have it, but
Yeah.
they'll have different effects and stuff that you can use.
Ah, I gotcha. You almost got hit by that guy who was watching your stream. He almost meleeed you there. Wow, this is an interesting room on your stream. What's this gear crate? Looks like you found a gear crate. Nice.
Yeah, this is kind of what you're farming, these gear crates and
Yeah.
drop crates and all that stuff, because that's where you find all the good stuff.
Right. Yeah, gotcha. That's so cool. So I figured I'd ask a few questions about just about top fives and your work as a voiceover artist. It's really cool.
Thank you.
How long have you been doing voiceover work for?
I've been, well, dabbling in it, but
Yeah.
it's a big gap between when I first kind of started with it, dabbling in it around 2004, 2005,
Yeah.
when somebody
Yeah.
said, "Hey, do some machinima, game machinima, or
Yeah.
do a voice for a character, or whatever." And then it was just part time, it was just for fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And after that, um, around 2010, I said, "Okay, maybe I'll do this," and I started doing a little bit more. And
Right.
then in 2014/15 is when I said, "I'm going to just do this full time."
Right.
And
Yeah.
I started doing it and building up clients and
Yeah.
that sort of stuff, and realized that, hey, this is much more enjoyable than just working a day job.
Yeah.
And in 2020, I pulled the trigger. I said, I'm going full time, full bore
Nice.
push,
There you go.
and yeah, I never looked back since. So
That's great,
it's
Chris. Yeah.
it's been good.
Yeah, it's similar to me too. Like on YouTube, I just started just doing it for fun. Back in I really started YouTube back in 2007, 2008.
Oh wow.
I started doing like piano tutorials and fun. I like making music. I did some kind of like music type stuff. And over time, I got kind of a lot of views, and I just kept up with it. Started totally just for fun as a hobby, and then at some point, I figured, hey, I can do this. I should just do this full time. It's the
Yeah,
same exact thing. It just started just for
sounds just
fun.
like me. Yeah,
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's funny how it works sometimes. But yeah, it's really, really fun. It's good to kind of work for yourself and be on your own schedule, and it's a lot of fun.
it's something I don't take for granted, is having the opportunity to do it full time and to be able to make that decision
Yeah,
every day. I try not to take that for granted, because a lot of
yeah,
people want to do what I do, and
yeah,
it's tough. It's tough to do it.
yeah, it is. Yeah, same for me. Yeah, and I really like your voice, Chris, because you have a very impactful, very informative voice. It's perfect.
Thank you.
It's perfect for YouTube. You have the perfect YouTube voice.
Everybody says I sound like Charlie Sheen, though,
Yeah,
which I don't hear that, but okay,
you know,
I
I
hear it all the time.
I don't hear yeah, we get those comments so frequently on the Top Fives channel. It's like almost every video people say, "Oh, you sound like Charlie Sheen." And I don't know, I don't see it so much, but
Oh, here's the
maybe a
boss,
little
by the
bit.
way.
Oh, this guy here.
This guy here, and then I got my dog. Well, I'm gonna get out of the way.
Ah, I see, I see. Gotta kill another one of those mushroom things.
Oh yeah, that definitely, I over leveled it. That's just too easy. Just too easy. And one of the reasons why I think I get the Charlie Sheen thing all the time is when I first started out. Um, One of my, I would say, narrator heroes, one of my personal favorite narrators,
Yeah.
is Martin Sheen, Charlie's father. I
Oh,
don't know if you've ever
really?
heard him narrate, but he's done quite a bit of narration,
Yeah.
and he has a similar voice to me, and it's deep
Wow.
and high at the same time. And I
Yeah.
did kind of try to imitate him, and I think that's where it comes from.
Ah,
I
I
think that's where
see.
it comes from. Yeah.
That's interesting. That's so funny.
But that was it. That was what, 15 minutes worth of a dungeon? So the dungeons in solo mode are pretty fun. It's
Nice. What did you get from the boss? Did you get anything good?
I didn't even look because it'll flash on my screen if it's anything important. Like there'll be a big thing. Oh, you got a new
Oh,
mod or something. Like it, any duplicates, it doesn't tell me.
so
It
there's
doesn't tell me that I got
nothing special there.
nothing special.
I
No.
gotcha.
It's funny.
Cool.
I've moved over to this fog area in preparation for next week. For next week,
Oh yeah.
it's actually kind of interesting because I don't play a ton, and I would say I'm pretty casual with it. But
Yeah.
you complete this stuff within a day or two, and you're kind of left just sitting around
Yeah.
doing nothing.
Right. Yeah, I guess they need to upload the new zones maybe a little sooner, but when it uploads, you'll be able to check out the new zones.
Yeah.
So what kind of a studio setup do you have, Chris? Like what kind of equipment do you use for your voiceover?
So I don't know if you can. You can't probably see it because my camera's so. I got the exposure set so low.
Yeah.
Behind me is my vocal booth. I'm right now in a room. That's my vocal booth within this room. And this is the monitoring room where I have my audio gear. You can't see it, but in front of me here is my monitoring gear and my setup. But the booth I made myself. I custom built it um,
Ah, okay.
because yeah, I had started doing it in like a lot of voice actors. I started doing it in a closet because
Yeah.
you can get some pretty good audio in a closet,
Right.
and that didn't work because it was too small. I didn't like being cramped, and then I just had it in a room, and I treated the room, and that
Yeah.
wasn't good enough. So then I'm like, all right, let me do some homework. So I spent a good, God, I think that was 2019,
Yeah.
the year before I said full time. Let me make it and learn about acoustics and
Right.
learn about acoustic technology, and I built it, and it's been fantastic. It took a while to tune it to get
That's
it to where it
great.
sounds good, but in
Yeah.
here I don't record in here because there's too much echo in this
Right.
in this room.
Right. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you have like soundproofing all on the ceiling and the walls and
So
everything?
yeah, inside the booth there is. I haven't actually treated this room yet because
Yeah.
I had a spare room that I was using as my mastering studio,
Right.
and
Well,
in here I'm going
I
to
guess you
treat.
don't need to if you have like a booth that you record in. If the booth is all, soundproof, that's kind of all you need, right?
Yes and no. That's a good question. That's a
Yeah.
tough question. Uh, doing the I tend not to mix or master my audio with headphones on. I use
Yeah.
my studio monitors, which gives them. I guess
Yeah.
I'm just more used to hearing that, and it gives it a more. It gives me a more honest look at the sound
Yes. Yeah.
uh,
That's what they
of
always
the
say
music.
about monitors. You
Yeah,
get like a much more realistic view of the sound there. That makes
yeah.
sense.
So,
Cool.
I could do everything in the booth, but I don't want to be. I don't want to be. Just quite honestly, I don't want to be in the booth like
Yeah.
10 hours a day, just
Right.
just in that same little thing. So it's good to get up and get out and be right outside the booth and
That makes
have the
sense
window where you can look outside and stuff.
for sure.
So yeah.
That
But
makes sense.
acoustically, that booth is it's built pretty thickly. There's 8 inches of acoustical Roxel wool, and it's
Wow.
decoupled from the floor, and every stud is decoupled, and
Wow.
quite a lot of study and practice went into figuring out what can I do for the size
Yeah.
to make it sound as good as I can, and it took forever. I'm still tweaking it every now and then.
Takes a long time. Do you have like a pop filter you use as well on the
No, so it depends on the microphone. So right
yeah.
now, when I record top fives, I record with a microphone called the Sennheiser NKH 416 or 416,
Yeah.
and it's a long, thin microphone, and it's very, very sensitive. I used to record with a pop filter until I realized you can put that quite far away from your voice or
Yeah.
from your mouth, and if you have good mic technique, you won't blow up close
Ah,
to the
I
mic or
see. I
that
see.
sort of thing. It's more about the mic technique, and that took me a long time
Yeah.
to just understand what my mouth will do when I'm, saying certain words or whatever, keys and D's and
You just
things like
have to
that.
I see. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Very
But
cool.
on the other microphones that I have, there are some ones called a Neumann. It's a TLM 103, and then there's the U87, and
Yeah.
those are higher end mics, and I like to get closer with those because it's more personal.
Yeah.
Those I'll use a pop filter
Right.
just to save myself
Yeah.
some skin in the editing game.
Yeah, on one of my other channels, my daily top tens channel, I used to do some of the voiceovers on that channel, and I had the Newman U87, and it was that
Oh yeah,
it was
great mic.
this it was it's a great mic, but yeah, it's like very sensitive. You have to get close to it,
So sensitive.
and I was
So
finding
sensitive.
that
Yeah.
those I really had to get a pop filter for it because it was just
Yeah.
yeah, it really does depend on the mic whether or not to use a pop filter. But
Yeah.
yeah,
With the space that I have, I'm able to get the mic placement the way I want it without a pop filter. Like the one
yeah,
that I'm using right now is a radio mic. It's one
yeah.
that's used in a lot of radio stations, and I do have the foam on it, but it's off to the side. It's not going to catch a lot of the B's and P's and stuff like that, so I won't blow everybody's eardrums out.
Ah, I see.
But hopefully,
That makes sense. So how often do you stream on your channel, Chris? Do you stream quite often on there?
no, it's been rare. I haven't had too much time to stream.
Ah, yeah,
It's just busy with voiceover stuff.
yeah, busy.
When I do stream, it's usually something where I'm really relaxed, like an
Right,
audio editing session or something, like what you're doing, showing people some behind the scenes stuff and
right.
secret tips and tricks.
Cool. Yeah, next time you do a stream, just let me know and I can restream your stream, and
Sure.
it'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting a little bit more into the streaming end of things since it's enjoyable to interact with people, and
Yeah,
I
it's fun.
just end up learning a lot from people.
Yeah, and it's YouTube, they're really pushing streams at the moment. They really want to try to,
Oh, are they?
yeah, they're really pushing it. So I think now is probably a good time to do it, just because YouTube, that's what they're looking for.
Sure, I got my streams going now. There we go.
What's this? Looks like you're making a garden here.
Oh, you can farm crops.
Ah, okay.
There's another aspect of the game, the survival aspect is I gotta harvest all my oranges,
Oh, there you
and
go.
you can then
That's
turn them
cool.
into foods and stuff, and
Yeah,
it's one of the grindy things that they do in the game.
that's awesome. I like that though. I like that elements of it.
There's quite a few. I don't even know how many I have. There's quite a few different crops and stuff that you can plant, and they're all used for foods. I guess this game
Yeah,
does use food as one of its sort of grindy bits.
yeah.
So you grind the vegetables to make the really good food,
Right.
for the end game
Yeah,
stuff. So, yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah, I really liking your base. How long did it take you to make the base?
This I don't know. You spend a few hours doing it.
Yeah,
It's pretty straightforward. Okay,
yeah,
let me zoom out. I'll just show you. Zoom out.
yeah.
But it takes a while, and I'm still kind of learning the building because there are height restrictions to how high you can go, and
Really
just
interesting.
in water and stuff like you need to hire materials to go even higher than this. So right now it's just basic, and
I
you can
gotcha.
get attacked in your base, which is not fun. Like there's an
Really.
event that you can trigger where zombies will come out and attack your base and stuff, and
I
that's no fun.
I like your strategy of building your base in like a lake, just so
That's right.
you have
Yeah,
that defense, you have
yeah.
that defensive moat there.
Well, they won't come. The only thing is when I do one of those events, I'll destroy the foundation blocks, so
Ah, okay.
they can't get to me. And I
Ah, I
just
see.
sit on the thing and just take them out.
There you go.
I'm trying to cheese it
You,
that
you
way,
got
but
you got the ideal base location here. Nice.
there's one of those little guys, the little diggy boy. He's the guys that it kind of makes it. It's kind of cheap. He mines stuff for me. He just
Really?
goes out and
Ah,
he mines stuff for me, and hey,
it got him working for you there. Nice.
yeah.
That's funny. Oh yeah, I see him. That's funny. Very cool.
It's an interesting game. Hey, it's free to play, so you can't really go wrong.
You
You
can't
can't really go wrong with a free to play
you
game.
can't really go wrong. That's true. Yeah, it's definitely cool. It's lots of really good free to play games out now. There,
Yeah,
it's
they're becoming pretty ubiquitous
yeah,
in the space for this kind of stuff.
for sure. What's the developer of this game?
That's a good question. I know it says NetEase, but I think
Oh,
NetEase is the producer, the
ah, I
guy,
see.
like not the developer. They're like the ones that are what do they call it? Distributor, I
Right,
guess it would
right,
be.
right. I gotcha.
And I think they have some say in it, but I can't remember the name of the developer team.
Ah, I
But the
gotcha.
developer team seems pretty down to earth. They have their own Discord and stuff, and
Oh,
it's
no
nice
way.
to see what they're doing.
That's really
they're
cool.
pretty upfront. They're pretty honest about, hey, we're putting in this, or we screwed up something, and they'll
Right.
compensate you in game for whatever. They're pretty good.
That's awesome. Just checking the stream chat
Oh
here.
yeah. Publisher. That's what Red Cardinal's saying. What is that? Yep, that's what Red Cardinal. Publisher.
Hey, Giordano, in the chat here. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Ziggy from South Carolina. Thanks for joining us. We're just doing a little fun stream today with Chris Kane, who's the narrator of the Top Five show. Appreciate you guys joining us. Giordano in the chat here is one of our script editors. So thanks for joining us, Giordano.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, we got a whole team here at Top Fives of script writers and video editors, and I asked some people to come check out the live stream.
Awesome.
Cool beans. Cool. How's your day going, Giordano? Thanks for joining us here. Yeah, if you guys have any questions in the chat about the Top 5 show, be sure to let us know. Hey there, King Chronic. King Chronic says he likes this game you're playing. He's a fan of the game.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's gotten pretty popular, I guess.
Yeah.
With players. It's not too demanding.
Looks fun. Ziggy says, we love Top Fives. We're from South Carolina. We watch your videos daily. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you.
South Carolina. Is that where hush puppies are? Hush puppies.
I think so.
Yeah. Love me some Carolina hush puppies.
You're based in the States yourself, right, Chris?
I'm in the States, yes. I'm in Rhode Island. Little tiny state
Oh,
over New
Rhode
England.
Island. Very cool.
Rhode Islands.
I used to live I guess I used to live in the Northeast in do you know Westchester County in New York?
Yes, yeah.
I used to live out there for quite a few years.
Do you like it out there?
I do, yeah. It's great up there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I actually went to high school in New York. So I lived in
Oh, cool.
New York for about 5 years and then moved back here to Vancouver, Canada. But yeah, I love New York. It's a lot of fun out there. Very busy place, but here in Canada,
Vancouver.
where I am now in Vancouver, it's kind of a little more laid back, I guess. I kind of like it, a little more
I was
quiet.
there a long time ago in Vancouver, and yeah, you're right. It's laid back.
Yeah.
It's very, very, very nice there.
Have you always lived in Rhode Island?
No, I've lived a few other places. I lived in Ohio for a little bit.
Cool.
That wasn't a long stint, but for the most part, I've been in New England, Rhode Island specifically, pretty much my whole life. Pretty much.
That's cool. Yeah, I know a few people who live there. It's a cool place.
Hopefully, you wouldn't tell that I sound like a Family Guy character, and I control my accent as best I can.
No, yeah, you too. It's all good. Yeah. Is that where that show is based? Family Guy, Rhode Island?
Yeah,
Yeah.
or it's in a fictitious city in Rhode Island called Quahog, and I do get that every now and then. Hey, put on your Quahog accent. I really don't have one. My father was born in Brooklyn,
Yeah.
and he didn't have an accent, which is
Yeah.
weird from a guy from Brooklyn.
Right.
But he controlled it, and I think that's where I picked it up to try to control the accent.
I see. No, for me, you just seem like you have a normal American accent.
American accent.
Yeah. Do I sound?
I will say one thing. It took a long time to get to that point.
Yeah.
To control it. What were you
Yeah.
gonna say?
I was gonna say, do you notice any accent in my voice being a Canadian?
Maybe a hint.
A little bit.
Hint of one.
Yeah.
But not much.
You know, I was actually born in the United Kingdom, and I moved to Canada when I was 6 years old. So I still have a little bit of an English accent. There's a few words that come out that may sound a little British, but not too much.
I don't hear any of that.
No.
It's just good.
Yeah, I used to have a full British accent when I was younger, But
Wow.
you know,
And you just dropped it,
I just
or do you
dropped.
control it?
No, I didn't control. I
Just dropped it.
just dropped it. Yeah, because I've lived in well, I lived in the States. I lived in Canada for now 20 years. So eventually, it
Wow.
just morphs into a American accent. But my parents, they sound totally British. um,
Oh wow.
because they, I
Yeah.
guess they moved over here when they were already like 30 years old, you know? So they were already like indoctrinated into the British accent. But for me,
Sure.
when I moved here, I was just 6 years old, you know? So that's young enough to kind of readjust to a new accent. So yeah.
Oh, there's a supporter. Teresa Edwards. Hello. If she can hear me.
Hey, Teresa, thanks for joining us. Just doing a fun stream today. We're checking out the live stream feature. And we're joined by Chris Kane, who's the voice over narrator of the Top Five show. Yeah, it's pretty cool, this live stream feature on YouTube. I'm just getting used to it, but it's a totally new kind of form of content, but
Hmm.
it's fun. How long have you been live streaming for, Chris?
Probably since 20. Well, live streaming not to maybe 2018, 17.
Ah, okay.
Not too much. I put out some videos, maybe 2015
Yeah,
or 16, but not too many.
I see.
It's just a lot to put out. You know how it is. You know better than anyone. It's a lot of work,
Yeah.
a lot of collaboration to
Yeah,
get everything
get everything sorted.
produced.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
and that's a little bit beyond my skill set.
um, I have your channel subscribed to, so whenever you go live, I always see the notification. So I'm always checking out your streams when you do go live. I remember last year I was mentioning I think I saw you doing like an editing live stream where you were
Yeah, I
going
enjoy
over.
doing those. Yeah,
Yeah, that's really cool. That was really cool to see just how you do everything. And
I'd love to do more commentary type streams, but
yeah,
I don't. I don't know if I want to go down that rabbit hole, commenting on
yeah,
just my take on certain things, games or I don't want to say I don't even want to talk about politics, but
yeah,
games or movies or television, that kind of stuff, which would be
yeah,
kind of fun to engage with a small audience.
yeah. That sounds like it would be fun for sure. Yeah, there's lots of people on YouTube that are looking for that type of content too. Do you post on your Chris Kane YouTube channel? Do you post videos as well on there?
Yeah, I've done. I do actually prefer doing just content videos where I'll make them.
Yeah.
I don't want to say a few, but I've done some video game stuff and um, promotional kind of fan fiction stuff and
Ah, cool,
some
cool.
creative stuff. Not too much. Not too much stuff. It's a lot. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. Is this another dungeon you're doing or just doing some
Now this is
farming?
just out in the open world.
Ah, I
The
gotcha.
little chests and stuff are just
Ah,
nice. They're
yeah,
just free for the taking and just come in and kill everybody.
nice. Yeah, you can get some good loot from those chests. Is there like quite a big community that plays this game? Is there like quite a large player base?
It's the map is yeah, I think there is. I mean, it does pretty well, and I don't know how to gauge it. I guess maybe Steam charts
Yeah, 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 yeah.
would tell me what it is, but I know it gets I don't know 10 or 20,000 people on Twitch. So I know on that
Wow,
that streaming
yeah,
platform there, it's doing pretty well.
that's cool. Yeah, that's always the metric I use to see how popular a game is, just how many streams
Yeah,
it gets on Twitch. That's
that's a
cool.
whole other universe, which is not
Yeah,
my cup of tea, but
you
that's
you
a whole other universe.
you prefer YouTube streams than
I do
Twitch?
prefer YouTube
Yeah,
streaming as a platform
yeah,
instead of Twitch. Twitch is good, and I get why it exists, and
yeah.
I get it, but
I mean, yeah, on
I don't
Twitch
know.
it's like mostly dominated by just like a few really popular streamers. You know, it
Yeah,
seems like the smaller streamers don't get so much viewership on there. Whereas on
yeah.
YouTube, small streamers can, it seems like they can do better and get more viewership kind of thing. So
Especially now, I'm sure you've noticed YouTube's algorithm has definitely changed over the last couple of years, and
yeah,
they're definitely pushing younger channels, like
yeah,
newer channels with fewer subscribers, with similar content, which is kind of nice to see. So I guess now's a good time to start on YouTube.
yeah, for sure. And it's true. It's like on YouTube, subscribers, they don't really are not really as important anymore. It's all about video performance. So even if you
Uh,
have a small subscriber base, if you have a video that performs well, you can get a lot of views. Whereas before, back 5, 10 years ago, usually to get a lot of views, you would have to have a large subscriber base. But now it's completely changed, which is kind of
is it more about the engagement that you get,
it's
like the
well,
comments and things like that?
it does play a factor, but it's mostly like on YouTube. There are three metrics that they like to look for. They like to look for click-through rate on your
Uh,
on your thumbnail. So thumbnails are hugely important. They like to see average watch time and also average percent viewed. So if you have a video that's 10 minutes long and on average people are watching 80% of the video, then that video will probably go viral. It'll probably get a lot of views. So they really
oh,
they look at performance of the video in terms of watch time and average percent viewed. It's very, very important metrics. And it's changed over
hmm,
time. They're constantly changing the
yeah,
algorithm, So that's the thing that's so difficult about YouTube is always trying to chase the algorithm and switch things to
right,
attune
yeah,
to what's going on. Yeah. But nowadays it's quite difficult because on YouTube there's so much AI content that's coming out,
oh yeah,
and
yeah,
it's just like totally flooding the marketplace, especially with the type of videos we do on Top Fives. There's a lot of other channels now that are using AI to kind of do similar. It's not very high quality, in my opinion. It's all, the AI content. It's all low quality content, but there's so
hmm,
much of it that people are doing. It's quite a lot to compete with. But I guess on Top Fives, what I try to do is just maintain really high quality. As long as we maintain high quality, then we'll beat the competition.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned AI. I'm acutely aware of the AI space, and I've been trying to stay up on it as best I can, even image and video and even
Yeah.
the audio world. And it's interesting. People ask me all the time, "Aren't you worried about an AI voice?" And I go, "Not yet," because having a person behind the voice right now, like knowing it's an actual person, is
Yeah.
a huge benefit
Yeah.
um,
For
to a
sure.
voiceover. It's just a huge benefit knowing that there's a real person there. I think we you know, haven't quite pushed it, but
Yeah.
I get people every now and then say, "Oh, it's an AI voice." I'm curious if that means okay. Is it because I have a few other channels that I work with and they've heard me before? Is it because I sound like Charlie Sheen? I'm always trying to make sure I don't sound like an like an
No,
AI
well,
robot.
I can
Yeah,
tell. I can totally tell like what an AI voice is, and you can really
yeah,
tell.
me too.
And
Yeah, me too.
it's like totally. It's just like AI voices, in my opinion, are really low quality. It's
Yeah, they're
just
not there yet. Like,
yeah,
there's a few technologies that are coming close, but they're just not quite there yet.
yeah. And
Uh,
especially like, if you hear like one sentence, it may be hard to tell, but once you start hearing it for some
yeah,
time, then you can clearly tell that it's an AI voice. And it
especially when you pair it with an AI generated script or something where they accidentally spell something wrong. The
yeah,
AI always mispronounces it or
yeah,
just
exactly.
says it the way. Yeah, that's terrible. It just
Yeah,
it takes me out of it.
yeah, me too. But AI, it has come a long way. It's really crazy. I use on the Top Fives channel, we don't really use AI for anything. I don't really like using it, but I do use it actually sometimes to suggest video topics. It's actually quite good at coming up with ideas for videos for some reason.
Hmm.
And what I often use ChatGPT, I often ask it to, kind of just suggest some topics that haven't been done before because with YouTube so much has been done to get videos to perform well. It's often you have to try to find videos that are different that haven't been tried
Yeah,
before, and that's kind of like ChatGPT is quite good at figuring that out, figuring out ideas that could potentially perform well that has never been done before on YouTube. So that's basically the only area where I use AI. I do sometimes use AI to write intros to our videos. I find that using AI, it's quite good at coming up with a comprehensive intro to a whole subject. Like if you have a video that's 20 minutes long and you want like a 20-second intro
Oh yeah,
just
yeah,
to kind of introduce the whole topic, it's quite good at doing that. But other channels use it a lot more. I mean, there are some channels that use AI to do the whole script. And it's exactly the same thing with the voiceover. Like with the scripts, AI scripts, you can totally tell what's an AI script. And
yes, yeah,
it's just low. At the end of the day, I just think it's low quality. And maybe it will change in the future. Maybe eventually it will get a lot better. But right now, it's like it's so much better to use human script
yeah.
writers. It's just
Not quite there yet. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. This looks like a base. You're at an enemy base at the moment, trying to get some loot.
Trying not to die and get a little bit of loot.
Yeah. Said you just obtained a paper doll. Is that a collectible?
Oh, that's one of those deviant little collectible guys that you can use
Ah, I
to.
see.
Let me see if I put it here. Yeah, these are the ones that I've collected. Those paper dolls seem to be dropping this season. Quite
Ah, I
quite a few
see.
of them have dropped for me. So I
Nice.
get a little dinosaur and a little bunny rabbit.
That's awesome.
It's another collectible. It's one of those. It has a lot of systems that we all have from like every game,
Yeah.
and they just sort of stick every system in here at once, which works. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what you want in a game content.
there you go. Yeah, this game, it seems like there's a lot of stuff that you have to know. It's quite the learning curve seems like
Yeah,
it'd
I hate
be.
to say it.
Yeah,
Even there, well, I will say the worst thing about this game is the menu system.
yeah.
Like, there's so many different menu commands and like around the enemies. It's just so many that you're kind of like, what the hell? How do I get to that again? How do I do this? Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah. Did you ever used to play that PUBG game? It was kind of like one of the first
I
survival
did when
games.
it first. Oh no, it was. I think it was Arma 2. It was a mod for Arma 2 or Arma 3. I think
Yeah.
I played it back then, but I never played the standalone version longer than like 30 minutes.
Ah,
I just didn't get into it. Yeah.
wasn't for you. I see.
I think I was playing probably something else at the time.
Yeah.
May have been like a Arma mod or something, but yeah.
Right, right.
There was a zombie. What there was a zombie mod for Arma 3 that I played a lot. That was Breaking Point. That was a fun mod. It was
Breaking
kind of
Point.
like way before anybody. Oh, what's this guy? Named guy. It was before anybody started doing the whole zombie trope thing,
Right.
and it was
Yeah.
really fun,
Yeah.
especially in Arma, which is like a simulator game.
That's cool.
Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to kill that guy.
Is he a little too high level, that guy?
No, he's one of those immune guys. He's got this thing that floats above his head, and you have to
Ah,
kill that thing first. And I don't have a sniper rifle to like actually do a ton of damage to it.
ah,
So
I see. I gotcha. Ah, yeah, I see. Yeah, you're not doing too much damage to that
no,
guy.
he's. I think we'll back out.
Just checking the
They
chat.
must have just added a bunch of stuff today because there's a lot of new things that are popping up on my
Yeah.
screen that weren't there the other day. So I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something. Yeah,
Georgia
these loot boxes. I don't know what these are.
Giordano in the chat just said,
Oh,
Going well, working on finishing up the Mount Everest video. That sounds great, Giordano. Thank you.
oh,
Looking forward to that script. Giordano is one of our script writers, and he's working on a video about Mount Everest at the moment. We have a comment from Teresa Edwards, who says, Hi, love your channel. First time live stream for me. Can you give me a rundown on how it works? Well, today we're just doing a fun little live stream. We're joined by Chris Kane, who's the narrator of the Top Five show, and he's streaming a video game called Once Human. So we're just having fun. If you have any questions, be sure to let us know in the chat. Any questions about the Top Fives channel, about YouTube, any questions for Chris, any questions for myself. I'm Joshua Baker. I'm the producer of the Top Fives channel. So yeah, we're just doing a fun live stream. Thanks for joining us, Teresa. And I appreciate your support, Teresa. I always see your comments in the on our videos. Do you have any plans for the weekend, Chris?
Nothing scheduled yet, but except for a bunch of work that I got to catch up on.
Yeah, same for me. Quite a bit of
It's
work
tough for
this
me to
weekend.
enjoy my weekends when they become available.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite a bit of work at the moment. I'm doing some work on top fives, and I have 3 other channels that I'm working on. So I have 4 YouTube channels that I'm doing work for at the moment. It's quite a lot of work. I don't think I probably shouldn't have taken so much on, but
That kind of sounds like
yeah,
where I'm at this
yeah,
stage. Yeah, I know exactly where you're coming from with that.
yeah. Yeah, so I have this one channel. You actually did the voiceover for it, Chris. It's called Monthly Fails. That was the
I saw that. That's
voiceover.
a great name. Great name.
It's cool, right? That was
Monthly fails.
the avalanche. We did a video about avalanches, and
Mm-hmm.
we posted the first video on there today, actually, with your voiceover.
Oh, cool.
So for those of
Check it
you
out.
in the chat, if you're interested in some additional content, check out the Monthly Fails YouTube channel. Yeah, it seemed like it was performing well. So I'm doing work on that channel, Monthly Fails. I'm doing work on another channel called Epic Weather Moments that I believe you also did a voiceover for. And then I have another channel of mine called Licit Studios. It's actually not my channel. It's I work for it. It's kind of like a partnership, but we're doing a lot of content at the moment. We're actually doing a lot of weather type content because I find that for some reason it just performs well on YouTube. Anything to do with like extreme weather moments really
Mm.
performs well. So on these 3 channels, Monthly Fails, Epic Weather Moments, and Licit Studios, we're doing basically exclusively extreme weather type content, and it's performing really well.
Yeah, I've noticed that too, right? The weather and even some of the waves, like the ocean ships and big
Yeah,
ships and stuff, seem to do
yeah.
really well. Weird.
It's funny, right? That's one of our top videos on top fives is the top 5 biggest waves in the world.
Yeah,
And it
yeah, I
has
saw that.
like 30 million views. I don't know what it is about waves. I guess it's just like a very visual thing to see. Just
Mm,
looks cool, I guess. And it also works really well for the thumbnail. You know, if you have like a huge wave in the thumbnail, it's kind of
yeah,
enticing to click on. So that's something
yeah.
that
Thumbnails,
performs.
boy, that's like a whole universe in and of itself, isn't it?
Yeah,
Creating a captivating thumbnail.
it's hugely
It's a whole
important.
world.
Yeah, it's hugely important. And like if you have a really amazing video on YouTube and the thumbnail is not so great, like it's
Mm,
not going to do well. Like it's so important these days to have a good thumbnail. And that's one of the metrics that, YouTube, when they kind of decide what video is going to get a share of views, what video is going to go viral, one of the metrics they look at is click-through rate for your thumbnail. If you have a click-through rate that's like 1% or 2%, the video is not going to perform well, even if it's a high quality
mm,
video. And that's the tricky thing, like because sometimes on the top fives channel, we may have a video that is really a great video, but if the thumbnail is just not up to par, then it will just completely kill the video, So something that we're
that's a shame.
always trying to fine tune the thumbnails. But YouTube, they actually just released a feature that's really, I think is really great. And it allows you actually to upload 3 different thumbnails and it and
Oh,
it
no kidding.
and it tests to find the best one out of the 3. So that is really great because it's something that
Huh.
a lot of other um, video platforms have, like Netflix, for example, with their thumbnails. They're constantly changing it to find the best one. Now YouTube has adopted the same feature. So now for any video, you can actually upload 3 thumbnails. It will do a test for the first couple days to find the best performing thumbnail,
Ah,
and then it will stick with the best one. So it's kind of cool.
that's interesting. Yeah, no wonder I've seen some on a few other channels I work with. I've noticed that. Like, I'm like,
Yeah,
hey, the thumbnail changed. I'll see
yeah.
it in my Discord as one thumbnail, then I'll go to the video and it's another thumbnail. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's just come out about a couple months ago, the feature. It
Yeah,
was in beta mode for a while, but now it's just rolled out for everybody. So you may
that's
see
interesting.
some switching thumbnails.
Man, how important it is they make a feature like that. That's how important it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. I'm gonna check out the chat here. Hey, DK. DK just says, "We'll do it live. We'll do it live." Yes, that's referencing Bill O'Reilly,
I know
right?
that. Yeah, I know that
Yeah,
one.
yeah. I'm glad Top Five stays away from the politics. Everything seems to be politically motivated these days. It's a nice escape. That's what DK says.
Well, that's good.
Yes. Yeah, we like to just keep it educational and educate entertainment on the Top Fives channel. We try to steer away from politics and things like that. Yeah, we just like to have good vibes. Thanks for joining us, DK. Just doing a fun live stream today. Just playing Once Human, which is a survival game, just having some fun.
Watching me suck at it terribly.
Well, you haven't died yet, so it seems to be going pretty good.
I'm getting my healing things are pretty low, so
Oh, I
it
see.
could.
Running out
I
on
only
those.
got three. I only have three
Uh,
left.
this looks like some kind of research facility or something. It's cool,
Yeah,
cool design.
there is a story. Like there's fully voiced quests and stuff, but since I've already did them last season, you skip right over them like automatically now. But it's
Yeah,
actually kind of interesting. The main story of the game.
yeah.
Like these guys are all clones, like stormtroopers. These guys are all clones, and they're trying to. I think they're trying to go after the main antagonist. Is like or the main protagonist is a young Japanese woman who has the secret to something, all knowledge or something.
Ah, I
Yeah,
see.
interesting.
I gotcha. Is it set in the future, this game? Looks kind of futuristic.
It is kind of future, but I think it's supposed to be just modern day, I believe.
Ah, I
Probably
see.
not, 20, 30 years, maybe it's not like super far.
Ah, I gotcha. Cool. You playing any other games at the moment, Chris, or is this the main game that you're playing?
Um, there's a game called PAX Day, which is it's technically in a very early access phase, or
Ah,
technically it's
cool.
an alpha, but it's it's an open world MMO survival game. It's got aspects of
Ah,
building,
okay.
but it's very. Have you ever heard of a game called Eve Online, a
I have.
space game?
Yeah, I have heard of it.
So it was made by the same or a big chunk of the development team that made Eve Online. So
Ah,
it's grindy. You know how
ah,
much
okay.
grinding there was in Eve.
Right.
Apparently, it's the same thing. So
Yeah.
it's fun, but there's not a lot of content in it. It's in an early access phase, so I'm
Ah,
enjoying it. But you chew through the content, and it's pretty much over.
I see. I see.
But not too much other than that.
Talk about games that are complicated. Eve Online. I don't think
Oh
I could
God,
ever figure that game out. That's
I tried
really
to get into
complicated.
it a few times,
Yeah.
but it was so much.
Yeah, I have played a few MMOs. I used to play that World of Warcraft game back in the day.
Oh yeah, I played
Yeah.
that for a while too.
Oh, you did? Yeah. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I like that game. I actually played this game once called Lord of the Rings Online. It was
played that too.
oh,
Yeah,
really? You played
yeah.
that too?
I'm a
Yeah.
huge MMORPG guy. I'm a huge
Yeah.
fan of those games.
I like the MMOs too, but it's just they take so much time these days. But
That's the thing. Yeah, yeah.
it is fun. Right now I'm playing just 2 games. I'm playing this game called Hearthstone, which is just a card game kind of thing,
Hmm.
and I'm playing League of Legends, which is just like a brawler type game.
Yeah.
Yeah, those games are fun. So I kind of like the strategy type games. But I like,
And you don't have to spend too much time. Well,
right,
you can,
yeah.
but you don't have to. Like all the RPGs, you gotta spend a lot of time.
That's exactly it. Like Hearthstone, the average match is like 20 minutes, and you can just play a 20-minute game, and that's it, you know? So I kind of like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I was playing Helldivers for a while too. That's fun. You can just go in and shoot stuff. It's
Oh
just a
yeah.
PVE game. That's fun.
Ah,
It's
cool.
yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I like the first person shooter games too, but I don't know. Just waiting for like a good one to come out, like a really solid one, because I played the Battlefield. That was the last one I played. Battlefield 1. I played that one. I
Yeah.
played the next Battlefield set in World War II, Battlefield
Hmm.
5, I think it was called,
Yeah.
Battlefield 5. So that was my
Hmm.
main game that I played for a while. But I don't know, I just kind of got bored of it. But I do like the first person shooters. Just waiting for the next not sure when the next Battlefield comes out, but I'll probably check
I
it
know
out.
there's they did announce that it is in development, and we'll
Oh yeah.
see. I think they said they might have information by the end of 2024, possibly at the beginning of
Ah,
2025. But there's a game I've been looking at. I haven't pulled the trigger on it, no pun intended. To Delta Force, I think it's called. I've been seeing a lot of players that have enjoyed Battlefield moving over to that game.
ah,
I guess it's a
okay.
Delta Force. I don't know if it's a sequel, but it looks really similar to the good stuff, like Battlefield 4 was one of
Really?
my favorites,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah.
looks pretty similar to that. But I got
Cool.
to check it out when I have some time.
I'll check it out.
But yeah, no matter what, 2142, or no, what is it called? Battlefield 2042? That
Yeah.
really did sour me a little bit on how much it really
Yeah.
just kind of sucked. But hopefully, whatever they do next, they pull back
Yeah.
some of the fans because we need a good Battlefield game.
Yeah, I think they should just go back to the roots. They should either do
Yeah.
World War One, World War Two, or just modern day. Like they shouldn't mess around with like future stuff, you know?
Yeah, they tried to do that in 2042. They tried to have those, what do they call them? I can't remember what they were called, but you could go back and play maps from some of the original games, Battlefield
Yeah,
3, 4, 1.
right. Yeah.
The technology's there. I don't know why they don't. Who knows? Different development team.
I guess we'll see. See in the future what they do.
Fingers crossed.
All right, Chris. Well,
Yeah,
we'll leave it there. Let you get back to work, and
yeah.
really appreciate you doing this stream. And it's been a lot of fun for anyone in the chat. Chris Kane, he does videos and streams sometimes. I'll put a link to his channel in the chat. Be sure to subscribe to Chris's channel here.
Well,
And
thank you. I appreciate that.
thanks so much, Chris. Really appreciate you doing the stream here.
It
And
was great doing it.
and we'll do it again sometime.
We will definitely.
All right, Chris. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Have a
Take
good
care,
rest of
buddy.
your day. Take care. Bye bye.